Hi everyone, I'm Lisa Enos and it's Updo Monday. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a whole updo just doing 3-strand braids and how we're going to take that simple braid and make it look really complicated. Okay, so what I did first, I'm going to show you my sectioning. Okay, so I took half right at the crown. I cut this whole back panel just in half above the crown, took this whole back panel into a side ponytail. All right, and then I broke this up in two. So I have this from what I did too on this part. I did a slight zigzag through here because I just want to make it more interesting instead of just doing a straight line part. So, but I've cut these two panels in half. Okay, so just where it starts to really come in that corner, I've sectioned a diagonal parting, and then from there all the way to the back of this ear. Okay, so we're going to break that up into two sections there. And on this side, I've taken this side panel just from the back of the ear to the point, up to the point of this section here. I've taken this side panel right to the back of the ear, and you're just going to have this panel here, and that's how we're going to divide up the sections. And we're going to do all of these sections just using a 3-strand braid. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can make that simple braid look complicated. Okay, so this is how we're going to start. I'm going to start, and I'm going to, with this back ponytail here, and I'm going to do a diagonal sectioning through here, and I'm just going to loop this tail through, and we're just going to leave it as a loop. So then I'm going to take a big bobby pin, my big one. I'm not going to open it. Okay, so I'm going to go through this loop, this loop, this loop. We're going to anchor this all together. Okay, so and I'm going to do a weave through so that I can grab all that hair through there. So I'm going to come in through here, and I'm just going to weave all the way through my section just like that. Okay, and I'm just going to flip this tail just over and kind of tuck it in that little loop right there. All right, so that's how we're going to start our base off. Really simple, really easy. Okay, so then I'm going to come over to this side section that I have right here. Okay, I'm going to smooth this out. All right, so I'm going to do a 3-strand braid on this section, but I'm going to do it like a Dutch braid. So I'm going to go over, not on top. Okay, and I'm going to do it really loose. So I'm going to come under like I'm doing a Dutch braid, and I'll tell you the reason I'm going to do that, because when I lay this over the top of my loop here, it's going to lay flat and nice for me. Okay, so I'm just going to do this 3-tail section there. All I'm going to do is I'm going to loop the end with a band, but just band the end right there. Okay, so I'm going to come back, and I'm just going to start to really loosen this braid. Okay, I'm going to come back in and just make it really loose. But then I'm going to bring this over, and I'm going to tuck it, the end, right under through this loop right through here. Okay, so I'm going to take a bobby pin. I'm just going to take a regular size, medium size bobby pin. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to get my tail right through here, but then I'm going to flip this, and we're going to tuck it and just kind of weave it through that tail to secure it like that. Okay, but then I'm going to go back through here, and I'm really going to start to deconstruct this braid through here like this. Okay, so I'm going to pull this apart, get it to where I want it. And then I'm going to get my hairpins, these ones that are already open, and I'm going to come up underneath, especially where these cross right here. But I'm going to come up underneath, grab some hair from the base, go up and through those 2 loops, and I'm going to secure it right there. And I'm going to go through here, do the same thing. Bring this, I'm going to bring these down. So I want this to build. We're going to build on top of all of these sections here. So I'm going to bring this a little bit down, bring that loop down here, and secure it right here. So this is going to be just creative. This is where you're going to bring in your creativity it's not going to look the same each time. I mean, the idea will, but where you put all these loops, you know, that's going to look different through here. And we're just going to bring all of those, kind of weave all those down. But see, when I brought that over, how nice it laid, because I braided it like a Dutch braid. Okay, so I want to really secure this area through here too. So I'm going to come up underneath that braiding to my base, weave just a little bit up and down, and slide that all the way down, and you're not going to see my pin through there. And then you can kind of just step back and look at it and see if it's where you like it. You can start pulling it more apart if you want. And I'm going to go in here and just with my spray, I'm going to start to just clean that up just a little bit through here. All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this section here. We are going to do the same thing. But we're going to do this like a regular braid. Okay, I'm going to bring this all the way back this way because I want it to lay flat this way. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this back through here. I'm going to just do a 3-strand, and I'm just going to braid it like a regular braid up over the top. But I'm going to do it really loose. I don't want it tight, because the tighter I get it, the tighter it's harder to really pull it apart. But if I make this just really loose through here, and then I secure the end with a band. Now I'm going to come back through, and I'm really going to loosen this up through here like this, just tugging at it just a little through there. Okay, I'm going to bring this back through here, and I'm going to sit it on top of that one I just did, but I'm going to secure that too. I'm going to secure it just where we secured the other one, just through here. All right, so I'm going to get a little, just going to get a regular bobby pin. I'm going to open it. I'm going to get the ends on the end. Okay, but then I'm going to flip it and then just tuck it into this back part. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go through here, and we're going to start pulling this apart. Okay, I'm just going to really start to pull it apart. And I want it to overlay on that one that I just did through here. Okay, and then I'm going to get a hairpin. Just grab some hairpins. If I find one. And then I'm going to come through where that crisscross is. I'm going to go up, grab some hair through the base, through that hair, and then tuck it down. Okay, and I'm going to pull this down a little bit more because I want it to overlap through there. So I'm going to pull it. I'm going to go underneath, grab some hair from the base. I'm going to weave it a little and pull that down. All right, and it's just causing this really cool texture through here. Right, I'm going to get my spray. I'm going to spray it. And that's going to help me hold. I can clean up, just clean up some little flyaways. I can do that with my comb right here. I can just go in and start tucking a little bit of that. If I have anything it's really sticking out, I'm going to go in with my comb and just start to really clean that up. All right, so now we're going to move to the top, this top part right here. And the same thing we're going to do. We're just going to do a 3-strand braid. And we're going to just braid it regular, okay? So I'm going to take my 3 strands, and I'm just going to braid like I'm just braiding regular over the top. Okay, just 3 strands. Just loose though. Just want to make sure that this is nice and loose. Through here. Go all the way to the end. This is what I like to call the easy updo. It only looks complicated, okay? So I'm going to grab a pin through here. I'm going to grab this end. Now, I'm just going to start to pull this a little bit to the side through here. And I'm going to just pin that the same way I pinned this other part right here. I'm just going to grab the end, okay? I'm going to flip it, and we're going to go right next to that one we just did. So then we're going to go and start pulling all of this apart like this. We're going to create this really cool texture through here, okay? So I'm just going to pull it apart, and when I think, you know, I kind of got it where I want it, I'm just going to hold it with my hand. And I'm just going to start pinning. All right, these are great places right here where it crosses, where I can go up under, grab some hair. I'm not coming all the way through that strand. I'm just going halfway through it. But I just want to go and I start wanting to pin, especially where it crisscrosses, because that gives me a lot of hiding, way I can hide my pins through there. Okay? Come back underneath. Weave a little, push it down. Anywhere I really want to secure this, I'm going to go back in with my pins, come back in, secure this through here, underneath. Anywhere I think I need a little more security, I'm going to come back in through, come back in, halfway. I'm going to tuck that. See this beautiful texture you get? Okay, I'm going to come back in with my spray. I'm going to clean anything up through here. And see how we've just overlapped all of that? And then this is one of those things where people will just be like, how did you do that? And it's just so simple. You know, that's the kind of stuff I like to do. That's just simple, but it looks hard. Okay, I'm going to come in through here. Anything I want to tuck away, I'm going to do that right through there. But see that beautiful texture that gives you through there? Okay, same thing. We're just going to do that all through these last two sections that I have. I'm going to clip this up out of the way. So the same thing. I am going to bring, I've got a lot going on here, so I probably want to bring this up and start doing something right in this area through here, okay? So I'm just going to bring this back, and I'm going to just braid it like a regular braid over the top, just 3 strands over the top. Get mine, let me do that again. So I got some hair that's not cooperating. Okay, so you just go back, and if you do that, just start over. You know, don't worry about making just a mistake and just having to start over. You just learn. We learn more from our mistakes than we do anything else. So I'm just gonna really just go and just braid this all the way down to my tip of my tail right there. Okay, and I'm just gonna band that part. Through here. Yeah, this is, I want to go back in, and I'm going to start to really loosen up these strands like this. That's going to give you a lot of really cool texture, and it's going to loosen all that up so I can really pull it apart through there. Okay, now this is where I think, where do I want this, and how do I want this to lay? And actually, I think I want to double over so I can cause some more texture up in this area through here. So, and that's where you just gotta play with this, saying, oh, if I laid it this way, if I brought it way back, and just see where it really wants to fit in to your style. Okay, so I'm gonna get a pin. I'm gonna just go to this end. Now I gotta find a place to tuck this, but I'm gonna bring it back around itself so I can come in here. So I'm just gonna actually just tuck it right in this corner right through here. Okay, so I'm just going to find a place to tuck that, and then I'm going to bring this around because I'm going to cause a lot of this cool texture to lay over itself, and then we're going to hide that pin. And this is where you want to see, you know, how it folds, how it lays through here. And actually I think I want to bring that around like this a little bit because it lays a little bit better right through there. And I'm just going to start to hold that and pin it when I kind of think, yeah, I like it, you know, I like it right there. Okay, so then I'm going to go back in, just get my hairpins, and I'm just going to start to pin this up underneath through here. I'm going to go up underneath, and then I'm going to just play, I can get nice and secure for me just so I can find out, like if I want to move anything around through here. Okay? But see, this only looks complicated, guys. It's not really complicated. Everybody says I make it look so easy, but it really is easy. You just have to practice. You just have to practice moving texture around, braids around, texture around, and do that. But see, I really like the way that lays right in through there. It's just a beautiful texture through here. Just gonna go in and spray. Okay, so I have this last section left, all right, through here. And I just really think I want to bring this around and just do a little bit of height through there. So I'm going to braid it off a little bit off to the side right here. And then when I bring it around, it'll cause me to have this little bit of height through there. Okay, so I'm going to bring this off. I'm going to pull it out. Just, you know, just off to the side from this front. But I'm going to braid it like a regular braid. Again, just a 3-strand braid. I'm just going to braid up over the top just like you're braiding. And pretty much everybody, I think, can do a 3-strand. So if you can do a 3-strand braid, you sure can do this updo. It's just going to be being creative of where to place all these pieces. That's probably going to be your most hardest part of it, is just seeing where it all is going to lay. Okay, so I'm going to band this at the end, right here. Okay, this is when I want to really see how it's going to lay right through here. So I'm going to start to pull probably a little bit of this just gently through here, because I want a little bit of height through here. Okay, and then if I want to see if I want to go around, I'm just going to pull gently. And you just want to be gentle when you do this. Pulling it here and there to give me enough height that I want. Then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to just really start pulling this loose through here like this. Okay. So I want this to come over and I want to fill in more of this back part through here. I got to make sure that it's where I want it to be in this front, the height that I want it to be. So I got to look and see if I bring this up around this way. I don't want that up too high that way, but so I'll bring it around because I really want my height just to be a little bit in this area. So I'm just going to bring this around and I'm just going to start pulling this apart through here. Okay, so I got this, still got this end part here that I've got to tuck away. So I'm going to put a pin on it, on the end, that end, and I'm just going to find a place that I can hide this banding. And I'm just going to pull it through that. I'm going to find just that, I like a hole right through here. Okay. But I want to make sure that I come and cover that so you're not going to see it. And I'm just going to start to pull this apart all through here. And then I'm going to start to pin. I'm really liking the way what it's doing. If you don't like what it's doing, redirect it. Find another place for it to go where you get a prettier look, or it's going to lay better for you through there. So I'm going to come up underneath here, right through this base. I'm going to come up, grab some of that hair, pull that down. So that is just going to hold that for me right through there. So then I'm going to come back in. I'm going to play with this just a little through here. See if I can get just a little bit more height. And then with my spray, I'm going to come in with my spray and get a little bit more height through there. Okay, and I might even want to bring this down just a little bit more through here. So I'm going to pull that down just a little bit. See, and you just got to play with it and work with it. But it'll be loose enough where you can really redirect it through here. But isn't this beautiful? Look at all this texture. Look how complicated all of this looks. And it's not complicated at all. Okay. So, you know that I like bling. So I have to come in and I have to bling this up just a little. And you're just going to go in certain spots here. We're just going to put some pretty, just pops of bling in this do. Okay? To me, it just brings out your whole hairdo. Okay? It just really adds to it. So we're just going to put a couple places in here where we're just going to make that pop. Just like that. Isn't that beautiful? And see, guys, 3-strand braids. That's all it was a 3-strand braid. Okay? Well, I hope you like that one. And if you do it, if you try this, tag me and let me see your work, okay? Well, thanks for watching, guys, and happy styling.